Hello students, I am Kokila, Assistant Professor of Mathematics, Bharatiyar Arts and Science College, Devya Kuruchi. Today we discuss about linear transformation and based on theorem. First we see the introduction. Learn about functions that map a vector space V into a vector space W, that is, T is a function from V tends to W. Here V is a domain of T and W is a codomain of T. The another name of codomain of T is the image of V. These are all the representations are shown in the diagram. In the function mapping, we want to know these three things. The first thing is image. If V is in domain V and W is in codomain W such that T of V which is equal to W, then the W is called the image of V under T. The next thing is range. The set of all images of vectors in V is called the range of T. The last thing is preimage. The set of all V in domain V such that T of V which is equal to W is called the preimage of W. Next, definition of linear transformation. Let me take two vector spaces V and W and making the function T is a function from V tends to W is called a linear transformation of a vector space V into a vector space W if the following two properties are true. The first property is T of U plus V which is equal to T of U plus T of V, and second property is T of Cu which is equal to C into T of U for all U and V in domain V and for any scalar C. A linear transformation is said to be operation reserving because the operations of addition and scalar multiplication. Next definition is linear operator. Now we see the linear operator definition. A linear transformation T is a function from a vector space V into itself is called linear operator. We already saw the definition of linear transformation. We take two vector spaces V and W and making the function and satisfies two properties means we say that the mapping is linear transformation. Here we taking only one vector space making the functions, that is said to be linear operator. Next definition is zero transformation. A linear transformation T is a function from V tends to W is called zero transformation if T of V which is equal to 0 for all V. Next, identity transformation. A linear transformation T is a function from V tends to V is said to be identity T of V which is equal to 0 for all V. Next, based on one theorem, let T be a linear transformation from V into W where U and V are in domain V, then the following properties are true. The first property is T of 0 which is equal to 0, second property is T of minus V which is equal to minus into T of V, and third property is T of U minus V which is equal to T of U minus T of V, and fourth property is if V equal to C1 V1 plus C2 V2 plus etc plus Cn Vn, then T of V which is equal to C1 T of V1 plus C2 T of V2 plus etc plus Cn T of Vn. Proof. Note that 0 into vector which is equal to 0. Then it follows that transformation of 0, we substitute 0 value, this is equal to 0 into V, that is which is equal to 0 into T of V. Applying the definition of linear transformation, taking scalar outside, 0 into T of V which is equal to 0. This is the proof of first property. Next, second property is we follow from minus V which is equal to minus 1 into V, which implies that transformation of minus V which is equal to transformation of minus 1 into V, which is equal to applying the transformation definition, taking scalar outside, minus 1 into T of V which is equal to minus into T of V. This is the proof of second property. And third property is we follow from U minus V which is equal to u plus minus of v, which implies that t of u minus v, which is equal to t of u plus minus 1 into v, which is equal to, again applying the definition of linear transformation, t of u plus minus 1 into t of v, which is equal to t of u minus t of v. Third property is proved. Next, fourth one is left to you. Next definition is kernel of linear transformation. Let me take the function mapping. T is a function from v tends to w, be a linear transformation. Then the set of all vectors v in domain v that satisfies t of v, which is equal to 0, is called kernel of T and is denoted by ker T. Next thing is the kernel of the zero transformation. The linear transformation T is a function from v tends to w consists of all of v because t of v, which is equal to 0 for every v in domain v, means the kernel of the zero transformation, that is the kernel of T, which is equal to domain set v. The kernel of is identity transformation. The kernel of the identity transformation T is a function from v tends to v consists of the single element 0, that is the kernel of T, which is equal to singleton set 0, that is the kernel of the identity transformation is singleton set 0. The kernel of the zero transformation is domain set v. These two conditions are very important one. Next theorem is the range is a subspace. The range of linear transformation T is a function from v tends to w is a subspace of the domain w. R of T. R of T is the range of T. R of T is which is equal to T of v such that v is in domain v. This is the definition of range of T. We want to show that this R of T is a subspace of domain W. Proof. Obviously, range of T is a non-empty because T of 0, which is equal to 0. This is, we already know that the condition T of 0, which is equal to 0, so that range of T is a non-empty. Let me take two elements from R of T because we want to show that R of T is a subspace, that is equivalent condition for R of T is a subspace. The addition of scalar multiplication is in the range of T. So that we take two elements from range of T, that is beta 1 and beta 2. Then there exists a vectors alpha 1 comma alpha 2 in V such that T of alpha 1 equal to beta 1, T of alpha 2 equal to beta 2. This is the definition of R of T. Let me take two elements from field, that is A comma B. We have addition of scalar multiplication A into beta 1 plus B into beta 2, which is equal to A into applying the value of beta 1 T of alpha 1 plus B into applying the value of beta 2 T of alpha 2. Again we using the definition of linear transformation, which is equal to T of A alpha 1 plus T of B alpha 2. Now V is a vector space. There exists a alpha 1 comma alpha 2 in V and A comma B in F such that addition of scalar multiplication in V. Consequently, T of A alpha 1 plus B alpha 2, which is equal to A beta 1 plus B beta 2, which is belongs to R of T. Therefore, the range of T is a subspace of W. Next theorem is kernel is a subspace. The kernel of linear transformation T is a function from V tends to W is a subspace of domain V. Proof. Let n of T, which is equal to T of alpha equal to 0, which is belongs to W such that alpha, which is belongs to V. Since T of 0, which is equal to 0, which is belongs to W, this is already know that the condition T of 0 is equal to 0. so that 0 which is belongs to n of t. Therefore n of t is a non-empty subset of V. Again we using the equivalent condition for n of t is a subspace of V. Let me take two elements from n of t, alpha 1 comma alpha 2. Then by using the definition of n of t of alpha 1 equal to 0 and t of alpha 2 equal to 0. Let me take two elements from field, that is a comma b. Then we want to show that a alpha 1 plus b alpha 2 which belongs to n of t. We have t of a alpha 1 plus b alpha 2 which is equal to, by applying the linear transformation definition, a into t of alpha 1 plus b into t of alpha 2. Next applying the t of alpha 1 equal to 0 and t of alpha 2 equal to 0, which is equal to a into 0 plus b into 0 which is equal to 0. That is the transformation of a alpha 1 plus b alpha 2 equal to 0 which is belongs to n of t. Therefore addition of scalar multiplication which is belongs to n of t. Therefore n of t is a subspace of V. Thank you.